for Grasso, I think very controversial decision with the draw. I don't think anybody would have been upset either way if it was 3-2 Shevchenko or 3-2 Grasso. Like, honestly, I personally had it 3-2 Grasso, but I kind of, like, I don't know, because I could almost see as like round 4, I feel like that should have been a 10-10 round. Like, if that had been 10-10, it still would have been a draw. I get it, but it would have made more sense because that was kind of a round that could have went either way. Shevchenko won a part of that round she was kind of controlling the distance with a jab. Grasso did come out with a little bit more intention to make something happen. And then she ended up on her back, almost, just had the knees. I mean, she was smashing on her for a little bit, landed some big shots, had moments for sure in dominant fashion where it's almost like, oh, damn, like where you're thinking the fight's over, because everybody was here, we're jumping out of our seat. We thought it was finished. It was getting finished at some point, like there are definitely more big moments for Grasso. But then Shevchenko on that break, there's 3 times in that fight where she landed an elbow /forearm off the break with both actually, and busted up Grasso, and then she caught her with a nice check right hook actually, and that it kind of, I won't say stunned her, but definitely was like, oh, she definitely felt it, like wobbled a little or took a step back in that round as well. So that's kind of like visible damage. So I could I could see how Shevchenko could have stole the round back just from that elbow, but also Grasso had her in bad positions, and those knees were nasty. So I mean, and she did strike and outland her, not by much with the outlanding, but she was definitely the busier fighter throwing combos. I think Shevchenko was a little just stiffer, like she'll be like hopping and then stop and then just stop, and then just be kind of stiff, and then just throw that jab out there where she was landing like pretty much off and on all night, but definitely in the 4th or 5th round she was landing the jab. But kind of playing a little safe too, not throwing too much, no spinning shit. She didn't throw any spinning shit this fight. She did throw that one-headed arm, shit that cost her that 5th round. Definitely not a 10-8, obviously, but I mean, I think just the rematch. No, I think I'm cool with. I think Grasso won the fight, or could have. It was an argument either way, actually 3-2. But what I'm saying, it comes down to the 4th, or I'm cool with the draw with different scoring. The scoring was fucked up, obviously. 10-8, definitely no way in the 5th. But I mean, I'm kind of done with it for now. You know what I'm saying? Like, Shevchenko had 2 chances against Grasso, lost, and a draw, or arguably could have went either way and all that. So yeah, and Grasso's still champ, so I'm glad Grasso did get to keep her champ at the end of the day. At the same time, her belt. But it's like, damn, it does kind of suck that it was that 10-8 bullshit in the 5th round. But I think it opens it up, though. Now Grasso will fight Erin Blanchfield, who is a crazy tough matchup for her. If Valentina was able to time some double legs and and have some success on the ground, then I know it's not MMA math or any of that. Blanchfield hasn't even fought Shevchenko, but just like her grappling game, I think is a little bit more. I don't know. I don't want to say, I always bring up like Khabib-ish, because just like manhandling or woman handling, just being super rough and strong in the clinch and just controlling, and going for submissions. You know what I mean? So being brutal with it and scary with it, where it's like fight ending stuff. But we also seen that Grasso does do a good job, because she was in trouble with that guillotine, was deep. Like she even had that, like just Valentina had her body, because you want to compress that body, and also with the, you had the choke with their, but also just with your body pressure on the neck, and just, she had good pressure. You could tell that was bad, but like I said, man, Grasso with a little skinny neck, little pencil necks, it's hard to get in there and really choke him out and get the blood, So, I mean, Grasso showed that she stayed composed in those situations and was able to get out of them by scrambling and constantly moving, but with good technique too, nothing too dangerous. Like she almost got armbarred in I think it was the 3rd round when she tried to get out of something right at the end, and that was but she was still ahead enough. She knew, I think she still would have survived that position as well, just because of the position where they're at. They're on the cage, Shevchenko, I don't think she would have finished that, but there's some good matchups for Grasso. I don't know how she'll do against Blanchfield. I mean, that's a tough matchup for her for that, but on the feet for sure. I mean, she throws combos like crazy. She switches stances, Those throw a whole lot of kicks, a lot of leg kicks, but not like, body kicks or head kicks much. But also with her hands, she's always throwing usually combos. This fight, I think Shevchenko's jab like offset Grasso's timing a little bit. She wasn't throwing as many combos, and every time she would overextend and try to reach a little bit, Shevchenko was thinking change levels and try to take it to the ground. So I'm saying that would be something that she would definitely have to continue to work on, and she did a good job. But as far as Grasso, and she's going to fight Blanchfield, and then you got Mano Fioro. Yeah, she's number 2, and Talia Santos, who just lost to Blanchfield, but Santos is a beast too. I mean, she had a tough fight, which arguably she won 3 rounds out of 2 to Shevchenko, 3-2. So I mean, she's right there. And then Caitlin Chukagian, I don't think she really has much for Grasso. Andrade, possibly, strong type fighter, but yeah, I mean, I think the tough matchups are going to be Blanchfield and Santos for Grasso. I mean, because they're really strong grapplers. So I mean, I just say go that way, go that route. And Valentina, maybe she could rematch Santos. They both just come off a loss. They had a close fight. That was a little not controversial, but just close. Could have went either way. And Fioro, I don't know. Maybe she'll just sit there and wait, or she'll get the winner of Blanchfield and a Grasso. I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? So that might be a good one. Or Valentina and Manon, that'd be a good one too, actually. 2 strikers, so they could do that. But I think Santos and Valentina, that'd be a good rematch to have, because that first fight was arguably 3-2. I thought Santos took the first 3, and then she got damaged big time though. So she got that hematoma. So I'm saying Valentina did do damage, so I could see how, on the judge's eyes, who would you rather be at the end of the day? Somebody with a big ass lumps all lumped up, or someone who looks clean and might have just got out wrestled or out grappled, But yep. So I got. Let me know what you guys think. Who's next for Grasso? Rematch, another, just like the other middleweight situation, rematch, or we're going Erin Blanchfield. I think Blanchfield deserves it. She's right there. She's freaking beast. I mean, what's her situation right now? I mean, she's definitely 9-fight win streak, 2 by knockout, 4 by submission. I don't think she's knocking out Grasso, but I mean, she's definitely going to try to grapple her. 12-1. The 9-fight win streak, yeah, that's huge. But like I said, that's 5 rounds now, and the pace she brings, and I think Grasso, she's so good at that scrambling, situation, like getting out of things. Like I would lean more Grasso right now. And Santos, I think, is strong enough to hold Grasso down. But I think her like kind of fighting spirit, or just kind of mindset with fighting, toughness and all that, but also just her pace and her cardio and willingness to stay calm. Like, she wasn't even breathing hard at the end either. She did look a little tired here and there throughout the fight, towards the end, understandable, fast pace. I mean, she threw like 100 more punches or strikes than Valentina, so she was a lot busier, and just with the footwork, even more in and out. So I mean, definitely, but still was at the end almost finished the fight, so I mean, was right there and attack mode immediately like a shark. As soon as you see that mistake, boom, on it, So yeah, that's all I got. Let me know what you guys think.